IGCSE Physics, Paper Code 0625, Paper 1 Variant 2, May June 18, and today we are going to solve question number 1 to question number 20. Question number 1, this question is same as in Paper 1 Variant 1. This video I have already uploaded. I will share the link in the description. You can watch that video for any further explanation. Move to next question. Question number 2. A ball is dropped in an evacuated tube. A series of photographs are taken at equal time intervals for the time of release. Another ball of the same size but twice the mass is also dropped in the same evacuated tube and photographed. Which diagram shows the motion of the heavier ball? Acceleration due to gravity or gravitational field strength is independent of mass. Mass is less or more. Gravitational field strength or acceleration due to gravity, it will remain same. It is a constant value. For Earth, this value is 10 meter per second square. So in a vacuum, whether the mass is less or the mass is more, there will be acceleration that will be equal to 10 meter per second square. When the acceleration is same, the distance covered in a particular time, it will also be same. So here it is given first ball and here it is second ball. For the first ball and for the second ball, the distance covered will be same. Now here we have to check where we will get the same distance. Here it is first ball and second ball is given here in option A, B, C and D. Here we have to check where the distance covered by the ball in option A, B, C and D will match with this first ball. Here it is our first ball. It is observed here that in the first photograph, in all the options A, B, C and D, the distance covered by the ball is same as for the first ball. Now the second photograph, here we have observed that only in B and in D, it match with this first ball. So here our possible option is only B and D. Now in the third photograph, it is observed the distance covered by the ball in the option B. It matches with the distance covered by the first ball. So here our correct option is option B, because here the distance covered by the ball in the option B is same as the distance covered by the first ball. And the same distance covered means the acceleration of the first ball is same as the acceleration of the ball B. So here correct option is option B. Question number 3 is same as in paper 1 variant 1. Next question, question number 4. Which statement about the mass and the weight of an object is correct? Option A. They are both affected by change in the acceleration of free fall. Mass always remains constant. Mass is not affected by the acceleration of free fall. So this option is incorrect. Option B. They are both forces. No, mass is not force. Mass is quantity of matter, whereas weight is force. So this option is also incorrect. Option C. They have different units. Yes, it is the correct option. Unit of mass is kilogram, whereas unit of weight is Newton. So this option is correct option. What is given in option D? Weight is calculated by dividing mass by the acceleration of free fall. No, it is incorrect. Weight is given as product of mass and acceleration due to gravity, means we have to multiply mass by acceleration of free fall. So here W is equal to M into G. Here it is given W is equal to mass over G. So this option is also incorrect. Question number 5. Two objects P and Q are placed in a beaker containing a liquid. Object P floats in the liquid and object Q sinks. Which row for the densities of P, Q and the liquid is possible? Here it is given that the object P floats. It means the density of the object P is less than the density of the liquid. And object Q sinks. Since here Q sinks down, so here we can say the density of this Q is more than the density of the liquid. Now here density of the liquid is given here 0.8 in option A, then in B 1, in C 13.6 and in option D it is 13.6. Now for the object P, the density should be less than this than the density of the liquid. Here we are looking that the density of the object P is given more. In option A it is given 1.2, whereas density of the liquid is 0.8. So this option incorrect. Again in the option B we are looking that the density of the liquid is 1, and here density of the object P is 1.2. It is more than the density of the liquid. So this option is also incorrect. In option C we are looking density of the liquid is 13.6. Density of the object P is 11.3. Density of the object P is 11.3. It is less than the density of the liquid, so it is our possible option. But again we have to check density of the object Q. In option C, density of the object Q is given 8.9. This density should be more than the density of the liquid, so this option is incorrect. Our correct option is option D, where density of the liquid is given 13.6, density of the object P is given 11.3. This 11.3 is less than the density of the liquid. That's why this object will float on this liquid. Whereas the density of the object Q, it is more than the density of the liquid. So this object Q will sink down in the liquid. So here our correct option, option D. Question number 6 is same as in paper 1 variant 1. Question number 7. A spacecraft is traveling in space with no resultant force and no resultant moment acting on it. Which statement about the spacecraft is correct? When the resultant force is 0 and resultant moment is 0, the object is said to be in equilibrium, and the object is moving in a straight line with a constant speed. Now we check the option. Option A, its direction is changing. Since here resultant force is 0, so there is no acceleration. When there is no acceleration, so there will be no change in the direction. So option A is incorrect. Option B, it is in equilibrium. Yes, it is the correct option. When resultant force and resultant moment is 0, the object is said to be in equilibrium. So here correct option, option B. What is given in other options? Option C and D. In C it is given its speed is decreasing. In option D it is given its speed is increasing. When the object is in equilibrium, the speed neither increase nor decrease, the speed remains constant. So this option C and D are also incorrect. Correct option, option B, it is in equilibrium. Question number 8. A man holds a short ladder in 4 different positions. The weight of the ladder causes a moment about the man's shoulder. In which position is the moment greatest? Moment is given as product of force and moment arm. With the increase in force, moment will increase. With the increase in moment arm, the moment will increase. What is moment arm? Moment arm is the perpendicular distance from the pivot to the line of action of the force. Now here in the 4 options A, B, C and D, the force provided is same. Now here in out of 4 options, the moment will be more, where the moment arm will be more. Now here in option A, suppose if force is applied at this end, then moment arm will be the distance from this point to this pivot. It is our moment arm. Now here if force is applied at this point, then the moment arm in option B will be the distance from this point to this pivot. It is our moment arm. We are looking value of moment arm in option B is more as compared to A. Since here force is same in both the cases, and here in option B moment arm is more as compared to A, so we can say moment in B will be more as compared to A. Now what about C and D? In C and D we are looking that the value of moment arm is 0. Since here moment arm is 0, so here moment will be 0. So in C and D value of moment is 0, and in comparison with A and B we have observed that the moment is more in option B. So here moment will be greatest in option B. So correct option, option B. Question number 9 is same as in paper 1 variant 1. Question number 10. Which source of energy is renewable? Renewable energies are those that can be recovered easily whereas non-renewable energies are those that cannot be recovered easily, and the examples of non-renewable energies are fossil fuel. Now we check the options. Option A coal, option B natural gas, option C oil, and option D wind. Here option A, B and C, coal, natural gas and oil. These energies are obtained from fossil fuels and these are non-renewable energy. The only renewable energy is given here in option D, wind. So here correct option D. Question number 11 is same as in paper 1 variant 1. Question number 12. Air is trapped in a closed tube by a thread of mercury. The mercury thread is 100 mm long. The tube is held as shown. Here it is air. Here it is 100 mm. Atmospheric pressure is 770 mm Hg. What is the pressure of the trapped here? Here atmospheric pressure is given 770 mm of Hg, whereas pressure of the mercury is 100 mm. So here the pressure of the trapped air will be the difference of these two pressure. It will be the difference of atmospheric pressure and the pressure exerted by the mercury. So here pressure of the trapped air will be equal to 770 minus 100. 770 minus 100 means it will be equal to 670 mm of Hg. Now here 670 mm Hg is given here in option B. So correct option B. Question number 13. Brownian motion is the random motion of particles due to the molecular bombardment. In which states of matter is Brownian motion observed? Brownian motion we can observe only in gases and in liquids, because in liquids and in gases the molecules are free to move, whereas in solids molecules are not free to move, they just vibrate at their main position. So in solids we cannot observe Brownian motion. We can observe Brownian motion only in gases and in liquids. Gases and liquids only is given here in option B. So correct option is option B. Question number 14. The diagram shows the relative number of molecules in a liquid that have a given kinetic energy. The graph is divided into sections so that each section contains the same number of molecules. From which section does the greatest number of molecules escape from the liquid per unit time? Escape of the molecule depends on the kinetic energy. With the increase in kinetic energy, escape of the molecule will increase, and with the decrease in kinetic energy, escape of the molecule will decrease. Now here we are looking, the graph is plotted in between kinetic energy and the relative number of molecules. Here when we move toward the right hand side, kinetic energy is increasing. So in the section D, for the molecules in the section D, the kinetic energy will be maximum as compared to A, B and C. So the molecules in the section D will escape more as compared to A, B and C. So our correct option is option D. Question number 15. An electric kettle heats some water. The same kettle then heats a different liquid. The temperature of the liquid rises more rapidly than the temperature of the water. What is the possible explanation of this difference? Here it is given that temperature of the liquid rises more rapidly than the temperature of water. Since here temperature is rising more rapidly, means less heat is absorbed. So here we can say the liquid has the less thermal capacity as compared to thermal capacity of water. Here if we check the options, in option D it is given the liquid has a smaller thermal capacity than the water. So here correct option is option D. Question number 16 is same as in paper 1 variant 1. Question number 17 is also same as in paper 1 variant 1. Question number 18. 4 thermometers with their bulbs painted different colors are placed at equal distances from a radiant heater. Which thermometer shows the slowest temperature rise when the heater is first switched on? The slowest temperature rise will be where it is painted with a color that is not a good conductor of heat. Now we check the option. Option A, matte black. Option B, matte white. Option C, shiny black. Option D, shiny white. Out of these four options, shiny white is the worst heat absorber. So here in the shiny white, we will get the slowest temperature rise. So correct option, option D. Question number 19. A tank contains water. Ripples are produced on the surface of the water. What causes the ripples to refract? Refraction occurs when a ray or when a wave enters from one medium to another medium. Now we check the options. Option A, the cold water in the tank is replaced by warm water. If we replace cold water by warm water, then there is no change in the medium remains same. So here we will not get refraction. So this option is incorrect. Option B, the ripples change speed as they move from deep to shallow water. Yes, it is correct option. When water enters from deep to shallow water, it means water enters from one medium to another medium. And when water enters from deep to shallow water, the speed of the wave, the speed of the water wave is decreased. It is change. It is given here, the ripples change speed. So this option is correct option. Option C, the ripples hit the wall of the tank. If they will hit the wall of the tank, it will be reflected, it will not refract. So this option is incorrect. Option D, the ripples pass through a narrow gap. When ripples pass through a narrow gap, this phenomenon is not called refraction, it is called diffraction. So this option is also incorrect. Correct option is option B. Question number 20. The diagrams show a wave on the surface of the water in a tank at times 1 second apart. The wave is produced at P and travels to the right. Which row gives the frequency and the speed of the water wave? Here wavelength of the water wave is given, it is 4 cm. Now we check the options. Here we have two columns. In the first column it is given frequency and in the second column it is given speed. Now here wavelength is given here. Here what we have to do, just we have to check where the wavelength we will get the correct value. How we will check this one? Velocity is given as v is equal to f into lambda, where v for velocity, f for frequency and lambda for wavelength. Now here if we have to find out the value of lambda, then lambda will be equal to velocity over frequency. Now what we have to do here, just we have to divide the value of speed by frequency and we have to check where we will get the value of lambda, that will be equal to 4 cm. In the option A, when we divided this speed by frequency 2, we get the answer 2. In B we will get 4, in C we will get 1, in D we will get 2. So here in the option B, we get the correct value of wavelength that is given here. So here correct option is option B. Here our correct option is option B. Okay, now we have completed up to question number 20. The remaining part from 21 to 40 we will solve in the next session. Thank you very much.